Hey Leo, I hope you guys are doing great. This is going to be your general life tarot reading for June 1st through the 15th. We're going to take a peek at the overall energy that's surrounding you over the next couple of weeks, and then we'll dive into some tarot, looking at your current energy, any challenges, obstacles, and what might be hidden from you, some advice from spirit, and your potential outcome. Then we'll wrap up with one last oracle card to see if there are any final messages from spirit. I do like to get all of the cards out before I start interpreting them. So if you want to go straight to the message, go ahead and click the timestamp in the description box below. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. So the card that we have for you for the overall energy that's surrounding you is happy, happy. So that's off to a pretty good start. Let's see what the tarot has to say. We'll start first with your current energy, and a lot of cards just wanted to come out for you, and a lot of cards still did come out for you. So your current energy, we have the Knight of Wands, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse, and we have the Magician. Looking at the challenges, obstacles, and what's currently hidden from you, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and we also have the Four of Swords. For advice from Spirit, we have the Devil. And for your potential outcome, we have two. We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the Eight of Cups. All right, so let's grab another tarot deck and see if we can clarify these cards a little bit more. We have the Five of Wands for you, for your current energy. For any challenges, obstacles, and what's hidden, we have the Princess of Pentacles, and we have the Chariot in reverse. For advice from Spirit, we have the Two of Cups in reverse. And for your potential outcome, okay, we have the Sun, and we also have the Nine of Pentacles. All right, so let's grab some oracle cards. All right, we'll start with your energy, heart-mind union, that flipped over really, really fast. For challenges, obstacles, and what's hidden, we have the high vibes and past programming cards. For advice from Spirit, we have respond versus react. And for your potential outcome, we have visualization. All right, Leo, let's get into this. So the energy for your reading is very, very different from that of Aries. They were a little bit dark, they were a little bit heavy, but yours seems to be very light. Like, I'm having this picture in my head of somebody skipping around in the sunshine, like not a care in the world, like there are 0 F's being given right now. So with the overall card of, happy, happy, it just feels very light. It feels very fluffy. It doesn't feel as though there is much concern for the future. It's like it's like joie de vivre, like you're enjoying life for what it is, like you're making the most of it. And there's not a whole lot that seems to be bothering you on a day-to-day basis. It just feels very easy, and I don't know if that's a byproduct of you sort of ignoring the important things or the things that should be important right now, or if there's just really nothing for you to be concerned with. So let's take a peek at the tarot and see what's going on there. With your current energy, we have the Knight of Wands, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse, the Magician, the Five of Wands, and we also have heart-mind union. Harmony of heart, joy and vision, with mind, plan and action, faster manifestation, and highest vibration. So what it's feeling like right now for my Leos is that you are sort of operating on pure passion, right? You are sort of living life to the max. Like you're going where the winds take you. You're doing what feels good. I just heard hedonism in my head. It's a very devil may care attitude that's going on around you. But it also feels as though these activities that you may have been partaking in are not necessarily fulfilling you. And it doesn't, even though they may sort of feel good in the moment, it almost feels like there's a little bit of an inner battle that's saying, you know what, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe this isn't right for me. Maybe there's a better path for me. So it feels as though even though you're operating in this energy and you don't necessarily have anything to complain about because life is kind of easy, life is kind of light, things are kind of fun, there's still a little part of you that's fighting, saying, this is hollow. Like this isn't, it's almost like, when you want to, when you're hungry, right? And maybe you eat ice cream and potato chips and it's delicious in that moment. It's very, very tasty. It's so yummy, but it doesn't fill you up the way like steak and potatoes would. Even though steak and potatoes can be very delicious, but you just indulge in something sweet, something salty. You didn't have that like square meal that would last you for 6 hours. You ate a bunch of carbs, you ate a bunch of sugar that's going to fade in like 2 hours. It's that's almost what it feels like. That instant gratification rather than sort of thinking ahead to what's truly going to fill you up. So, looking at the challenges, obstacles, and what's hidden, we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Four of Swords, the Princess of Pentacles, the Chariot in reverse, and two Oracle cards. The first one we have is High Vibes. Surround yourself with positivity. Connect with yourself and source. Solfeggio frequencies and your tribe. And we also have Past Programming. Choose your beliefs. Recognize false stories, external conditioning, make decisions that support goal. So what it feels like, the biggest challenges for you is that there is some stability that you want to come in that you're not experiencing right now. You're experiencing the fun and the frolic, but it's also fleeting. Like it's temporary. It doesn't last very long. But you're finding it a little bit challenging to slow yourself down enough to actually think about what it is that you want and what it is you're actually working towards. But what you don't realize is that this action, this sort of frantic, happy, light energy may be a byproduct of an experience that you had before where you weren't happy and maybe you weren't living life to your fullest, right? You were kind of stagnant. You weren't really moving. It felt like you were just sort of stuck. And when you got an opportunity to break out of that energy, like you went full force. You absolutely went full force, like head first into it. But in doing that, it almost feels as though you lost track of what it is that you truly, truly wanted. And even though this feels nice, this feels exciting, this feels happy and fluffy, I don't think that it's what you want for the long term. And I think one of the challenges is getting out of that headspace and refocusing on what it is that you truly want and moving in that direction rather than staying in this swirling energy that's around you right now. So what we have for the advice from Spirit, we have the Devil, we have the Two of Cups in reverse, and we also have respond versus react. Express from a loving place, old trigger, trauma yields drama, new beneficial thought patterns. So when we look at the advice that Spirit has for you, they're saying that it's time for you to sort of sever ties with this energy that you're in. And that's not saying that you don't need to, that you can't enjoy life, right? That you can't do those things that are fun to you. But it's also important for you to keep in mind the goals and dreams and aspirations that you had for yourself that are a little bit more stable, that are a little bit more long lasting, that, aren't here one day and gone the next. Because that behavior is not necessarily serving you. And I think over time it could actually prove to be quite unhealthy. So now is the time that Spirit is saying you need to sort of change your thought patterns. And you need to get back to this place of finding that balance, right? Between your joy and plan, right? Live your life, be excited, but also make sure that you're building that foundation to the stability that you find so hard to achieve while you're in all of this other excitement and energy. So looking at your potential outcome, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Sun. We have the Nine of Pentacles, and we have visualization. See yourself achieving the highest possible outcome, experience, feelings, and details. So what I'm seeing for your outcome, once you find this balance between this exciting life and the stability that you're looking for, you're going to walk away from this sort of thought process, this mindset that you may be missing out on something, right? By not taking advantage and sort of jumping into all of these new and exciting situations that present themselves in front of you, you're not going to lose anything by infusing a little bit of stability into those scenarios. So I think you're going to leave that mindset behind, that programming that makes you think that you can't have both things at the same time. And what you're going to find, which is amazing with the Sun and the Nine of Pentacles, you're going to have that happiness, right? You're going to have that childlike excitement, that energy, that good vibe, but you're also going to have the abundance and stability at the same damn time. But you have to know that it's possible. You have to find that balance between this excitement and what it is that you want for the longer term. And once you do that, you see yourself in that space where you can love life, you can enjoy everything that it has to offer, and that will also be your foundation for the stability. If you're able to see that, then that's what's going to come into fruition for you. So let me grab one last oracle card and see if there are any final messages for you from Spirit. And we have one. And it says, I slow down and listen to the guidance that's available to me. And so that was one of your challenges, right? With the Four of Swords, is taking that moment, taking that pause to rest, to sort of quiet your mind and think about what it is that you want. So this is Spirit's confirmation that you just need to slow down a little bit, right? You need to slow down, think about what it is that you want, and make the decision to walk away from anything that might not serve you in your path that you're looking for stability. Take that time to change your thought process and figure out a way to blend the two things that you're looking for. This excitement that makes you feel so good and the stable foundation that you're looking for. And once you do that, you'll see it come in for you. So, Leo, I'm going to leave it there. Enjoy your weekend. It seems like you will anyway, but don't forget to take a little bit of time out to just think things through. So I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that this resonated with you somehow. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. In the meanwhile, I am sending you huge, huge hugs.